Okay, my friend, welcome back. Now you have your 10-digit number. You set up an account. You should have some free credit here that you get included with that free account for 30 days. Remember, you can just buy your credit right up here. In this video, we are going to talk about how to actually compose, how to send messages, which is all done right here where you just click compose, send a new text message. This is the bulk of what you do here, aside from creating lists and contacts and everything. This is there's a couple different little tricks here to get the most bang for your buck. With certain characters, you want to keep it under 160 characters, which is quite a bit because after that, it actually doubles the cost of each message sent. So if you go past 160 characters, which is necessary at times, it's okay to do it. Just so you know, it instead of being 4 cents per message, it goes up to 8 cents per message. Okay, just so you know. And the 8 cents per message can add up obviously a lot faster than 4 cents per message. So remember, you always want to just be keeping an eye up here, making sure you have credit, you have a good balance inside just for your messages that you're sending. Now, this is the list that we created called Next Event. So made up for our next fictional event in 2020. This is the list that we're going to send to. Let's say there were, 100 people. Let's say there were 10 people or 1,000 people, or it could be 10. It could be literally however many people you wanted. The amount of people, remember, it's 4 cents per message that you send. So if you had 100 people, it'd be 4 cents per message for those 100 people, and that cost would show up down here. So for a better example, let's go pick a different list. Let's pick one that actually has some people in it. So now we have those 48 people in this list that I can reach out to. And you can add multiple lists. If you had a master list with all the people who've ever texted in to you, everybody just goes under that master list. You could have all these different events worldwide or whatever you're doing. And then the master list is the bulk of every single person that's ever sent you a text message to Text Magic, ever opted in for some kind of free gift, which we'll get into automation and all that in the next video. But you can have a master list as well. So this is one event, 48 people texted in to get a free gift from me. So those people texted in to get the Total Confidence Blueprint, which is an ebook that I made on how to become more confident in yourself. Because I used to have really low self-esteem, and then I found ways to be a way more confident human being. And from that, a lot of doors opened up for me. Awesome things started to happen. I ended up getting way better quality girlfriends in my life, which was super cool. It's something I really wanted. So confidence was a huge thing for me. And if you want to get the Total Confidence Blueprint, I'll just throw it out there. All you have to do, and you can try this out, is text the word unshakable to 657-310-2055, and you can try out the automation feature. But we'll get into that in the next video. So again, the number is 657-310-2055. That's my Text Magic number for you to text into if you would like. You can text and just say, hey, what's up, James, if you wanted to, and we can stay in touch. No biggie. Okay, so we have this 48 people. Now we'll get into the cost. So keep an eye down here as I text this message in these 3 little parts right down here. All right, so we click here and we say, hey, thank you. Oops. I learned how to type. Thank you for being at the event. Hope you enjoyed your free gift. You can say, and you can just keep typing. A bunch of gibberish, we'll say for now. But keep an eye down in the character section right here, because we're at 134. And if we just keep typing our stuff, sending in a message, dropping links and all that, with 48 people, 4 cents per message that gets sent, down here, the cost is at just under $2 for the 48 people. So 50 people is about $2, we'll say. So parts. Now watch this. If I click, boom, see it just jumped up to $3 and almost $4 for me to send that from one number. So this is huge down here. You pay attention to this. You go down, see how it's two parts right here. 161, where if we delete it, 160, one part, and then only about $2. So if we just click again, add that one letter or number, whatever it is, then that cost goes up significantly. So, James, how do we actually avoid that? Well, we had this list of people. We've been engaging with them in our event, ideally. And they've messaged in. They're like, hey, I really want this gift. So these people texted in to get a gift that I had, which I think at the time was the Total Confidence Blueprint for those people. So I can keep my cost at a minimum and still be efficient with all this and effective by saying, hey, have you finished the TCB, Total Confidence Blueprint? And what's even cooler is with all these people in here, they have names because I've gone through, like we talked about, with the contacts and everything. And a little cheat code real quick is when you do, where is it? This special little icon, I don't know the name of it, but if you type in first name, bang, then what happens is that little cheat code right there will actually insert the people's names. So you got to be careful with this, because with the contacts, if you had your contacts in here, for a list, let's say, and nobody had their name written, the first name would take whatever is inside the first name of the contact. Now, if new people text in and you haven't manually gone in and changed their names to whatever the person's name is by texting them saying, hey, I didn't get your name. You can have a list with everybody who is just a phone number for a name and send a message out that says, hey, I never got your name. What's your first and last name? That way you have it. And here you can type in, hey, first name. But if you have a list of, let's say that list of people that their first name, it automatically, Text Magic does this. It inserts the phone number as the first name. So it would say, hey, jumbled up, or like really close. It would just say, hey, their cell phone number is what it would show. Have you finished the TCB? And that just looks extremely unprofessional, just so you know. So be very wary of that. Make sure when you're sending to a list, especially a big list, that everybody's name is in here before you do this, before you do the first name. If everybody's at least first name is in there, cool. Then it's going to say, hey, Tom, or hey, Brian, or hey, Susie, have you finished the TCB, the Total Confidence Blueprint? Now, what's cool about this, having some open-ended question like that is, or just starting with a question, is that 48 people are going to get this message right here. Hey, first name, see that? It's going to cost you just about $2 to send one text message to 48 people. Now it's 45 characters. That's it right here. One part, it's not the two part anymore. So the cost is very minimal. And then what that does is that those 48 people instantly are going to start getting messages, or start getting this message from me. And then they'll be able to start messaging back. And very quickly, people start to do this. Obviously, be a human. Don't message people at like 3 a.m., unless they live somewhere where it's not 3 a.m. for them. But, just be as human as possible. That's the most important thing. But you send a message, hey, Tom, have you finished the Total Confidence Blueprint? And Tom's like, heck yeah, dude, it was awesome. Then that person just sent you a message back. Now you're going to send another 4-cent message only to Tom, because now you're getting individual responses, 48 individual responses. And you just kind of sit there on your computer and answer people's text messages. Text them back. You can text them back whenever you get a chance too. Again, you're being human. Then let's say that Susie is like, you know what, James? I liked it. I haven't finished the whole thing, or maybe she did finish the whole thing, and she's like, I feel really stuck right here. I need some help. I have a question about this. Then you say, hey, no problem, Susie. Like, let's do a phone call. And then you say, hey, no problem. Let's do a phone call. And now you're sending a 4-cent message where you put in your calendar link, because it's under one part. You just keep it short. Everything is very short, to the point. And the whole goal is get people on the phone and you get those people on the phone and you serve them, you nurture them. And what happens is that people end up saying, can I just hire you to do this for me? Can you work with me? Can I hire you to help me with this? And that's what happens. Or people just get massive value from you and then they end up wanting to sign up with you. Or they, get massive value from you and then they want to just give you a testimonial. You ask for a testimonial. If you send a message, have you finished TCB from the 48 people, and let's say a third of them say, heck yeah, dude, it was super cool. Loved it. Then you say, oh, that's amazing, dude. I'm glad that you're getting results, or whatever your free gift is. Mine's just TCB. Then you can even text them, again, a 4-cent message, keeping the cost very minimum, and say something like, oh, wow, that's amazing. Glad you got some massive value from it. Would you mind doing a testimonial? And they say, absolutely. Or like, no problem. I would love to, do a testimonial. And then you send them a link where they can actually click on it and write out your testimonial. And you can, set that up with some other, you can use Jotform, you can use some other kind of platform to collect those testimonials. But that's like the power of doing this. And it's, again, super cheap. $4 a month. Yeah, that's nothing. That's like buying a coffee for a once a month coffee. That's ridiculous. And then 4 cents per message. What happens if Susie, who was struggling, she signs up, or she ends up getting on a phone with you, and then you help her? She's like, you know what? I really just want to hire you to help me with this because I love the way that you teach. I love your coaching or the service that you provide. How do I work with you? And then you end up closing a deal for, thousands of dollars or a couple $100s. So that 4 cents capitalized like ridiculous amounts by thousands of percent. Okay, that's the power in using text magic and creating these lists and building these lists and sending them out to people. It's pretty amazing what you can do, which is why you should have text messaging marketing, text message marketing as a part of your marketing strategy, Why not? Because the open rates are amazing. It's great to keep it personal. And it's just effective. All right. So focus on text messages. This is how you send the messages. Remember, the biggest piece is just keep it under 2 parts. Sometimes it's necessary to go 2 parts over, but if you're sending it to like one person, if people message you and say, you know what, I didn't like this, or I have a huge question about this, and they can't get on the phone, or whatever happens. Sometimes you got to send multiple, downloads or something. It's okay if it goes to 2 parts. Just remember that it goes to 8 cents. But when you're sending out a big message, keep it under 1 part for sure. Otherwise, your cost is going to go way up. Okay. And remember, to keep it under 1 part, it's 160 characters. Anything 161 is going to be double the cost of what it normally is. Okay. Hope this video helps. I will see you in the next one. In the next video, we're actually going to talk about automating, which is really cool. There's some awesome automation features that Text Magic does for you. So that'll be the next video. I'll see you in that one.